in the gym, the sweat ran off my coat, I ran out of breath. I was just catching my wind, that only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain, these are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent, you gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul, your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless, say it now. You slacking in goaltending, my actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage, I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come
I gotta
from.
hold a city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 thou. I can conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes natural. I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming. They be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they been ducking me. You see lots of.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do. You know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know.
On some chill, they be on that rap to pay the bills. Been a little bit, oh Lord. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down the other night. She gon' be up scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up, I been stepped.
These guys need to win, and we're standing in their way. So, spoiler alert.
Hello, this is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our son makes a difference this time. That was their second loss, and they've got a chance to. And for Brooklyn, Newton, he's in at point guard. Thomas Robinson is out. This for him. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Hornets.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Freak with it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. Here's Dellavedova.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. First in fewest turnovers per game. Second in three-point field goal percentage. And they're ranked third overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Donald Sloan's checked in for the Nets. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. Cleveland leading by 3. James outside. And they double up James. Now, here's Fry. Defense right on him. Clock at 6. Inside, here's Shumpert. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Shumpert's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Lopez a screen. And Sloan kicks to Robinson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious. Hitting your free throws is a good way.
And so that brings the...
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with LeBron James. LeBron, how were you guys able to make that first half look so easy?
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. One guy who's getting it done is Thaddeus Young.
Unbelievable the way he...
There's a new group in for the Nets. Robinson's checked in for Young. Sergei Karasov comes in for Bogdanovich. Freaks checked in for Wayne Ellington. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Cleveland also making some changes. Fry comes in for Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. And it's Fry in at the 5. Smith, no luck.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
And it's Freak missing. Here's Dellavedova. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. This whole season, I got back to it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will in the game.
He was sharp as attack defensively. So often we focus on offense, but this guy with his steals truly fueled them tonight. The entire team fed off of his energy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills.
Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
That wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor. Yvette, please.
CC.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, swish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
DJ Khaled.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Toronto Raptors today. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And for Toronto, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jamari Carroll is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Powell in at the three. That's good.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Karasov, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Nets making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Raptors trail by 8. Pass to DeRozan. Dishes it to Powell. Lowry has the open look. No good on the triple. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It It just didn't work out.
Yeah, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
Nets leading by 8. To the wing right side. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Raptors shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Kicks it to Powell. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Lets it go with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight. The Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Newton. Bank shot. No good. Raptors trail by 5. Ahead. Here's Powell. And good off the lead pass that time. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Some changes for Brooklyn. Robinson's checked in for Young. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Sergei Karasov. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Freak. Biyombo is checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Powell. And a pretty tightly contested game.
Kevin, thank you. Dwayne, you're being played pretty tough defensively tonight. How do you counter that kind of intense physical play?
Attack the basket. They're giving us a lot of sound and fury, but I really feel like we can attack that pressure.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again. I'll say this first. They've been loose with the ball, and we've been there to pounce when they have. The steals have added up, and you can tell we've got them rattled. Keep it up. Stick to them like glue. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so everybody be ready. What I want us thinking about now is getting the ball into the low post. Let's find the open passing lanes and feed our guys.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Newton, he's in at point guard. Brook Lopez is out there with Robinson. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Karasov in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. It's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.
Kyle, how big a factor was the defense you guys played tonight?
We focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
It seemed to play out for you, Kyle. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man of conviction. But it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors, but if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship, you will be held responsible. You will be scapegoated, you will be villainized, and you will be punished accordingly. So when you say to me that as a free agent, all you care about is being in the best position to win, I understand what you mean. But again, that's not only up to you. Now, I'm going to call my guy at Apollo Jets. I'm going to get us a private plane for this tour. I promise you, you're going to love the free agency experience. Now, your relationship with Vic has unfortunately cost us in some of these negotiations. We had 10 teams interested. We now only have 3. But thankfully, you wised up when it came to Vic. Have you been in contact with Vic? Yo, Freak, look at me.
He still has one of my cars, Dom.
What did I tell you about the L word?
The L word? What is...
Loyalty. I don't know what kind of hold this Vic has over you, but it makes me scared. You're a free agent for the first time in your career, and the only person you need to be loyal to is you. You need to be an FOF. You need to be a friend of Freak. Let's forget about winning without appropriate compensation and loyalty that hasn't been earned and isn't deserved. This is a tough business, Freak. We need to be tougher. Come on.
CC?
Woo, Lord Jesus, I was about to blow a gasket. Okay, Freak. Now, there are very few options on the table, and I want you to explore them all before making your final decision. Whatever you decide, it needs to be an informed decision, not an emotional one. The larger the markets, the greater resources at your disposal, and exposure for you. But if you don't allocate these resources properly, then it's just a big spotlight on you as you lose.
Well, thank you kindly, big sis.
She's right, Freak.
Thanks, Don.
Absolutely. Team Freak. That's what we're about.
Oh, whoa, I don't know if I like this.
What?